Alright, it looks like we are live. Alright guys, welcome back to another live stream. As you can see, we're going to be talking about our winter storm that is coming towards out west. So we're going to start off with that. So as you can see, oh, I have the wrong screen on. There we go. Alright, so as you can see, we have a lot of warnings covering out west. As you can see, we have, let's see. So we have red flag warnings, we have special weather statements out here, high wind warnings, there's a lot of those, as well as blizzard warnings because it's going to get super windy out there, and a lot of like small craft advisories across the west coast. So it's looking pretty interesting over there, as well as up here. As you can see, there's a winter advisory. There's a lot of those as well, so something to look at, as well as like I said, special marine warning. There's also some of those going on right now, so there's a lot of stuff going on. As you can see, let me see. All right. Up in there. Whoa, what is this? Alright guys, we are having technical difficulties. As you can see, that is not supposed to be there. The screen is messing up big time. Yeah, it's not supposed to happen. Let me fix it. There we go. Alright. Yeah, there's something going on there. Oh, that is why. You guys gotta hang with me here. Whoops. What's going on here? It's supposed to be like that. Is that the whole reason why everything's messed up right now? Yeah. Hi guys, you gotta hang with me for a little while. As you can see, we are having difficulties right now. I would not think would happen. So let's try and work those out. Let's see. Hmm. Alright, so we are going to pull up our live radar. As you can see, we have a lot of stuff going on. You can see over here towards oh crap. Oh, that's weird. It's not it. There we go. Should be more scenes. There we go. Perfect. So let me zoom out. As you can see, we have a lot of stuff going on over here towards Northern California, which most of this is currently snow, and we have a lot of stuff going on over here towards Nevada, Idaho, Wyoming, and parts of Utah, and the west coasts of Washington and Oregon. So it's looking pretty interesting over there. So that is currently what's happening over there. Let's see. All right. All right. Here we go. So we're going to look at our future radar. As you can see, we're going to put this out into motion here. So let's start off with this. As you can see, alright, so this is today. This is March 1st. If we put this out into the morning hours, it's going to be still snowing over here towards California. Still snowing on the 2nd. And as you can see, there's like a huge, like, squall line of just crazy amount of snowfall. Like, it is absolutely crazy. And then it kind of just weakens out a little bit as it goes over California. No, that's Colorado. As it goes over Colorado, and then after that, it just falls apart. I want to say the thing is, this storm system is probably gonna leave this area around the 3rd. So this big fat winter storm like thing has been lasting for a very long time. When I mean a very long time, it's been lasting a while. So, I mean, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Hmm, interesting. Alrighty, so let's start off with this. So, like I was saying, what was I at? So this is the first. If we put this on into motion a little bit more, you can see, like, all that snow just sits there and sits there over the Sierra Nevadas. And it just sits, and as you can see, there's a little bit of a mixture in there as well. So, like, a little bit of a mix, as well as, like, a crap ton of snow. And for March, that's not that common. That's why this thing is pretty darn rare to happen. I mean, yes, we do have some crazy storms, snowstorms out here towards the west, but it's not very excessive. Because the thing is that, let me go over here. If I go into the whole precipitation data, as of what is supposed to be pre-existing and happening, as you can see, like, so much snow is gonna fall out here. Like, we can see up to like about 60 inches. If you guys are wondering, it says 6.01. It's because it's recording off of rainfall. If you times about by 10, that's gonna say 60 inches, and it's wild how much snow is gonna happen. As well as out here, this is probably gonna be rainfall. I mean, maybe I'll have a snowfall if it's cold enough, but it's gonna be going on to rainfall, snowfall, it's gonna be back and forth. So you don't know what is gonna happen during that moment. So that's why we're kinda like, what's gonna happen there? I mean, that's why we're kinda out there. Oh crap, I gotta zoom out. Here we go. Alrighty. So as you can see, there's a lot of wind out here towards California, Nevada, like all across the west right now. As you can see, this big fat like windstorm. This is that whole storm that's gonna be dipping through, and this is kind of like showing like how like a jet stream is gonna go as well. Because as you can see, all the cold air is gonna bring down all that, like I said, cold air, and it's just gonna come down and like slam into like cold, snowy air. Yeah. which I'm sure you guys probably wouldn't really like that. Honestly, especially since it's getting closer to spring, fall, or spring. Yeah, it's getting close to spring, so I mean, I don't commonly see this every single day. Nope, you do not. So, nope, nope. But anyways, as you can see, this is our wind. If we go over to our rainfall, our thunder, temperature, or whatever, as you can see, there is a lot of snow falling out here. And this is what most weathermen are talking about. Like, there's so much snow going on. If I press on this little thing right here, you can see this is like 5 inches per 3 hours. I mean, if you divide that, that's like an inch and a half per hour. That is pretty intense. I mean, if you think about it's crazy. And even wet snow along the like west coast as well. So like across California, Oregon, lots of wet snow can be happening. Yeah, so lots of wet snow and like even out here towards like California, there's gonna be a lot of snowfall. And the thing is, if I put this to rainfall accumulation, this should be really snow accumulation. Let me see if there's anything else. Snow depth. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like we can see 60 inches. Like, yeah, around 60. Like 45, like 56. Like, this whole strip right here is being filled with snow. And I mean, I don't know how, like, people are gonna get out of that. That's the thing. So, I mean, I'm hoping you guys are staying safe out here, but oh my gosh. Like, this is something that doesn't really commonly happen. I mean, it probably does, just on like a whole nother level. And it just seems really intense. And almost 126? No, that can't be right. Like, seriously, 167 keeps on going up. Yo, I'm actually kind of curious. So this is out in Washington, right? This is probably like Mount Rainier or something. As you can see, it's almost 200 inches of snow. That is wild. 200 inches of snow. Do you see anything like that? And then like a few more miles, like about 20 some miles, it's like 0.4. What sense is that? Seriously. Like, this is a wild amount. Whoa, what did it even say? Like, more than 5 meters. Like, when it says more than 5 meters, that means it's like maxed out. Like, absolutely maxed out. Like, this is really wild stuff. 5 meters, if you think about times that by 3, that's 15 feet. 15 feet. And 15 feet is like so much. And like there's gonna be a lot in this little strip, but over here it's a lot more. It's almost 200 inches. 15 feet. It's wild. Kind of crazy to think how like all that stuff like comes in together, you know. But anyways, we are gonna go back to our normal stuff. Alright, here we go. So let's go back to our normal precipitation. Because we'll check back at that every once in a little while. Let's see, scroll down. Perfect. Alrighty. So let's put this out in motion. So as you can see, this is Saturday. The storms just passed by. The thing is, what I'm kind of looking at over here towards south is a lot of the like severe weather possible. Over here towards like the southeast, possibly. Some starting to come together here for sure, and it becomes like a nor'easter, kind of, sort of, like literally. It's like a nor'easter as it like forms after it runs up from like the coast of like Georgia, Florida, and then it just becomes like a big monster. Yeah, that's wild. And that's like after like the severe weather. The thing is, this is like the 5th into the 6th, and so this is like Tuesday and Wednesday, and this literally just like we saw a lot of tornadoes out in like Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Illinois area. There's a lot of stuff going on over there, like a crap. It's just wild. You can see just snowstorm after snowstorm after snowstorm. And then you have like a little weird looking system over here. And this is like the 10th. So this is a little too far out. Well, yeah. It's way too inaccurate to be like that. Yeah. It's just way too inaccurate. Alright, so now we're gonna go back over here to our fancy dancy little radar. As you can see, like I said, there's a lot of like storm potential in this. This thing is like over here, as of right now, our storms, there's a lot of storms towards San Francisco area, San Jose, uh, north of Fresno, west of Fernie, and west of Carson City. And that's where most of the snow is happening currently. And as well as over here towards like Portland, Oregon, little something on like the west coast of Washington. And over here towards Montana, there is small things of snow, as well as in Idaho. Down here towards east of Twin Falls, there's quite a bit of snowfall as well. The thing is, all the radars out here are not that good, honestly. So I mean, yeah, radars aren't that good out here, unfortunately. Because thing is, they have all the mountains, all the terrain, all that fun stuff, and like it just blocks the signal of to translate all that rainfall and stuff into play. So I mean, it's gonna be pretty interesting how this thing is gonna work out for sure. I mean, if you look at these things, I mean, there's nothing really concerning. I think like out here towards like northwest of Sacramento and west of Sacramento, you can see like a huge like snowstorm of some sort. And the thing is, uh, there's a little system over here towards like Florida as well. A little bit of special marine warning over here off the coast of Panama City. So, looking pretty concerning a little bit. It is possible to produce a water spout. So, I mean, if this thing like becomes a water spout and goes on land, it can become a tornado. The thing is, it's like all the way in Florida. I mean, there are some. I mean, there could be some pretty powerful storms out in Florida, but like the tornadoes there aren't like super strong. So, no, like they aren't strong because you have all moisture in like the peninsula. It's more like a hurricane that you would expect out of. So I mean, it's just something like that. But anyways, as you can see right now out here, there's just crap ton of snow hanging out over here. Out here in California. Yes, out here in California. As well as out here towards like northwest of Nevada, southeast of Idaho. So I mean, things are looking pretty interesting over there. Otherwise, there's really nothing else going on right now. But now we're going to go back to our model runs, or actually, we're going to go back to our, let's see. Whoops, wrong thing. Alright. There we go. Alrighty. Oh wow, why is this enlarged? Alright, so here we are. So we're gonna reload this. Nothing much has changed. Like I said, lots of winter storm warnings. Lots of winter advisory warnings are looking pretty interesting out here, as well as like blizzard warnings. Like there's quite a few, and like I said, there's gonna be so much snow out here. Like it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Like I mean, all the snow out here, blizzards. It's looking pretty interesting out here. And I mean, yeah. And I mean, it's gonna be also pretty windy as well. So if we go back over here, whoops, wrong thing. Oh, great. Alright, so we go back to our snow depth. I mean, after towards snow depth, we go out here. Perfect. There we go. Are you only checking the weather out west? Yes, I'm currently checking the weather out west. His thing is, there's a lot of snow happening out here, and I mean, if you go back a little bit ways, I did actually talk about a special marine warning over off the coast of Florida. So I mean, it's looking pretty interesting over there. I mean, other than something out west, but there's a little bit of a special marine warning over there. So, I mean, interesting out there. But anyways, out here, like I said, this is crazy. This one little spot is picking up more than 5 meters. And that's 15 feet. And that is a crap ton of snow. And that's a lot of snow. When you got like that much snow, I mean, this is how crazy this event is. And the thing is, what's even crazier, it's in March. This is spring. It's supposed to be spring. But guess what? It's just this crazy big fat winter storm that is happening out here. So, I mean, pretty interesting stuff out there. And I mean, if you look over here at Canada as well, over here towards the southern part, there's a lot of stuff going on over here. So, I mean, pretty much the same thing out here as well. Uh, I mean, other than that, like, there's so much snow to be falling out here. It's honestly crazy. It is super duper crazy. It is crazy. Anyways, here we go. Like, lots of snow. Lots and lots and lots of snow. Alright, so we are going to go back this. Oh. What am I doing? Alright, here we go. So we are going to look at our little storms that could be happening over here. So, if we go back to normal time, as you can see, I mean, if you see like all the snow happening over here towards California, and like even I want to say there's gonna be like another burst of snow that is going to be happening over on Monday. Yeah, on Monday. So on Monday, there's gonna be a crap ton of snow happening over here towards like the West Coast. This is gonna be once again a lot more snow. Which, if you guys look back here at the snowfall totals, I mean it does show that, but it's not really much. Like there's only like expected up to like 9 inches, 10 inches. That's still a lot. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, it's not that much compared to like all these places along like the Sierra Nevadas, like up here towards Washington, over here towards like Vancouver, southern Canada. And I mean, it's just a lot of snow going on. Like I have not saw anything like this in like, well, in some time. In some time, I have not seen this. I mean, if you look, I mean, this is actually crazy. I mean, over here, like in some of these mountains in Canada, there's just so much snow. And I mean, even down here, like the very little bit of snow that can be happening over here, like southwest of Roswell, New Mexico. And that's close to Mexico itself, in Texas. It's crazy. Like, that's how crazy and how cold it's gonna get down here in down here out in the southwest. It's gonna be a pretty wild experience. Like a lot of warmth going on, and then it just goes like straight coldness. And just over 5 meters of snow is absolutely ridiculous. Like, that is so crazy. Wild experience out here towards out west. I mean, there could be lots and lots and lots of roads being closed out here towards the Sierra Nevadas of Canada. Or, my bad. California. Out here towards California. And as well as like lots of snow out here towards like Wyoming, like out here towards Yellowstone. There's gonna be like 30 inches. That's a lot of snow. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of roads being closed. I just know that right now. And it ain't gonna be good whatsoever. Unfortunately, just how this storm is gonna end up as, and just lots of snow coming. Lots and lots and lots of snow. So now we are going to be going over here towards severe weather warnings. Whoops, wrong thing. Perfecto. Alright, so like I said, there is going to be, I would say, the number of warnings that will be pretty much happening. Oh, let me fix that. Alright, so the main warnings that will be happening, there will be special marine warnings. Well, there's obviously one out over here towards like off the coast of like Florida. And then like a blizzard warning. There's gonna be a lots of them hanging out in California because of all the snowfall. Like there's gonna be crazy amounts of snow and crazy amounts of wind that it's gonna stir up all this commotion into like this big giant snow thing. Like it's gonna be a winter wonderland now. You know, it's almost spring. It's March. So you'd think, oh, okay, it's warming up. We're doing good. And then all of a sudden, you get like almost 100 inches of snow. Like, not 100, but you're going to still see a lot of snow out here. And this is March. And I mean, that is a wild amount of snow. Don't get me wrong, that is a wild amount. Whoops, wrong thing. But yeah, lots of snow coming over here towards like out here towards out west. So I mean, it's gonna be looking pretty interesting over here. Let's see. All right. Oh, I didn't know it. Hmm. All right. So now we are going to do this. Whoops. Hmm. Hmm. Winter blizzards. Oh look. All right. Hmm. Hmm. I'm trying to look for something out here. Yeah, it ain't working. It's fine. Alright, so let's start up over here once again. Let's see. Oops. Uh, Alright. Um, this is odd. Alright, here we go. Alright, much better. Alright, so lots of snow happening out here. As you can see, our maximum is going to be at least up to 15 feet of snow out here in like the United States, as well as up here towards southwestern Canada. And it's going to be a wild amount of snow, as you can see. It's going to be a wild amount. If we look at our forecast, if we are going to look at our forecast, um, yes, if we look at our forecast, alright, if we look at our forecast over, alright, now give me a sec. Alright, here is our warnings. So, like I went over here, so as you can see, we can see special marine warnings, um, blizzard warnings, winter storm warnings, high wind warnings, storm warnings, avalanche warnings, like, because there's so much mountains out here, like, it's gonna be a wild amount of avalanches, and there could be tons of them. If you see these, like, little blue boxes out here, this means those are gonna be possible avalanches. And those are pretty dangerous. Oops. Alright. Yeah, avalanche warnings. We can see some flood warnings. The gale warnings are gonna be out towards like the western coastline. And then red flag warnings, that means it could be like wildfire conditions. So if we look out here towards like western Kansas, western Oklahoma, northern Texas, eastern New Mexico and Colorado, as well as western Nebraska and southeastern Wyoming, we can see possible fire-like conditions. This area needs a lot of precipitation to like stop like their drought out here hanging out. So be a pretty wild amount. Pretty wild. And then now we are going to go back to our live radar looking. Yeah, it sounded weird. Our live radar currently, as you can see, there is snowfall over here towards California. You can see just a lot of these little systems over here. Not little systems, but like little snow cells, snow squalls, tiny ones, small ones, as well as like rain bands from like this system itself, like in like, yeah, it's like, okay, I don't know what I'm trying to say. But lots of rain bands are coming from the like coastline and like splashing up onto land, which is California. As you can see, like lots of rainfall or snowfall is currently falling, and this is what could be accumulating our almost 15 feet of snow. And that's just a wild amount of snow. All honesty. Hmm. What's the weather looking like for Florida? So it's going to be probably right around the 80s. It's going to be probably a low of 60, probably. And no rainfall whatsoever. Pretty much clear skies. So that is pretty much what it's currently looking like for like Florida, if you were wondering. But anyways, back to our snow. Well, our snow or rainfall out here towards like California. And I mean, just a lot of these systems hanging out over here. And one thing that I didn't mention is that the wind. Okay, we gotta look at the wind. So let's go check out what is gonna go on with the wind now. So if we go over here, we're gonna look at our wind speeds. So this is the only thing that I did not mention yet. So as you can see, there is high winds going on over here right now. Right now over here towards like California is currently looking at 26 miles an hour on some of these peaks of the mountains, as well as up to almost 30 miles an hour out here towards Nevada. That's why we have so many high wind warnings, because we have all this wind pushing from the Pacific onto land, and this is what's creating our almost 30 miles an hour, bringing nearly 50 mile an hour wind speeds. We turn on our wind gust, it is a wild amount. As you can see, we can almost see hurricane force wind gust up on the peaks of the mountains of California, the Sierra Nevadas, and 67 miles an hour, close to a category 1 hurricane. The thing is, like the last time a system like a hurricane or whatever hit like California was like that one storm. I don't remember, all honesty. Uh, yeah, I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry, guys, I forgot. But it was a pretty rare instance. All honesty, it was last year, so it was 2023. It was like during like September, something like that. It was during that time frame, and it was just wild how a storm. Oh, it was Hurricane Hillary, and came up here from California and just like got all this rainfall, pretty crazy rainfall as well, like inches upon inches. I mean, this area has been getting a lot of rainfall lately, but that's a good thing though, because a couple of years ago there was crap ton of wildfires out here. It was super duper dry out here. So like all of this was just crazy. So, I mean, this is crazy, man. This is crazy, guys. And I mean, out here towards like Utah, we can see 50 mile an hour wind gusts out here as well. If we put this out into motion, so let's see. So this is gonna be around 3 o'clock in the morning. You can see almost 80 mile an hour wind gusts on the peaks of these mountains. This is why there are blizzard warnings. Blizzard warnings. And the problem with them blizzards, it's like pretty crazy. Like, it's wild. But if we go on to like our normal wind, we can see up to 31, so close to like tropical storm force, like actual winds instead of wind gusts. But nonetheless, this wind gust is just absolutely crazy. We put this out in motion a little bit more. And it starts kind of weakening out a little bit, and then it just fades out. But the thing is, like that line I was talking about, that little like snow line, whatever you call it, it's gonna bring a burst of wind. I'll say lots of snow squalls could be happening. This is like Sunday around 2 p.m. and a lot of snow squalls will be just like hitting these mountainous ranges with super high winds. As you can see up here towards Utah, you can see up to 65 mile per hour wind gusts. And it just gets even worse. Because the thing is, like, as it gets closer to the plains, the more crazy it's gonna get. But the thing is, the good thing is that once it reaches, like, Colorado, like, right at the end of the mountains, the system is gonna stop, pretty much. And the thing is, this thing is gonna weaken, and it's gonna be pretty good. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. If we put this out in motion even further, like, we can see almost 70-mile-an-hour wind speeds over here towards Arizona. Like, this thing will be impacting a lot of people out here in the Rockies. And just be prepared for lots of power outages, um, possibly being stuck in the house for a while because of all the snowfall and just everything in general. Because, like, a lot of wind speeds for, like, power outages, and it's just absolutely wild. And I mean, a tip to like stay warm is like to have like a winter jacket on, like inside the house, like keep all the doors closed, cover them up. That way, none of the cold air like escapes, and that way it just like stays nice and warm and cozy while it's snowing like crazy outside with almost 80-mile-an-hour wind gust. I mean, that's reality. All honesty, with that crazy amount of winds, just it's crazy. And that's why you have to like stay in like a shelter area, like your house or something. Like stay safe. Absolutely. So as you can see, like I said, the storm's gonna start weakening out here towards Colorado, Wyoming, Nebraska, parts of Kansas, Arizona, New Mexico, and this thing is still happening in California. It's just gonna keep on going. And as you can see, still 67-mile-an-hour wind speeds for wind gusts. Like, this is crazy. This is like Sunday at 4 a.m. Actually, that's Saturday. That other day. Yeah. So Saturday around 2 p.m. is gonna be when like the snow squall is gonna be like happening. Yes. So that's gonna be like tomorrow afternoon. Yes. And I mean the winds speed up as well as out here towards the plains, up here towards North Dakota, Minnesota, because this is where our storm gets more compact and it just like gets pretty sturdy and it just like swirls. As you can see, it's even swirling up here towards North Dakota, entering southern Canada. And if we just put this out into motion even further, just crazy amounts of wind will be happening in a very large area. Very large. Alright, so that's just our wind gusts. Now we are going to go over to our normal wind speeds. Yes, our normal wind speeds. So here we go, it's 10 p.m. Alright. Winds are looking about 30 miles an hour. Alright. The thing is, 30 miles an hour is still pretty crazy. You guys are thinking, 30 miles an hour. It'll be fine. The thing is that 30 miles an hour can possibly do quite a bit of damage. I mean, if you think about like 30 miles an hour, even 20 miles an hour, you can knock down small tree limbs. I saw a tree fall down at 18 miles an hour. Yeah, at least that's what my weather station said. But it was crazy. It was 18 miles an hour, and like half of the tree fell over. Seriously. And it was wild. It was crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That was like about 2 years ago. Yeah. It was a wild experience out of just seeing that. Or maybe it was 3 years ago. It was something like that. But I remember seeing that, and that was only 18 miles an hour. Imagine what 30 miles an hour could possibly do. It could possibly do some damage. And maybe quite a bit of damage, because the thing is you would have to lock down all the loose items. All loose items, keep them down, keep them in like your house or whatever, and just make sure they're safe. Because the thing is, like, if they aren't safe, I mean, I mean, everything's gonna be like flying away, and very high winds. You can see this is like 29 miles an hour, 28. I mean, it's a crazy amount. This is absolutely crazy. As we put this out in motion further, I mean, it gets super bad. Like, this is when our snow squall. The thing is, the snow squall is kind of like a severe thunderstorm. Only difference is it's during the winter. The thing is, we can see so many of those around like Saturday around 11 a.m. We can see almost 40 miles an hour. 40! 40 miles an hour is just absolutely insane. 40. 40. It's crazy what 40 miles an hour can do. And 40 miles an hour can do crap more damage. Like, this is like tropical storm force winds. And the thing is, the gusts are almost like 70, 80. And this is what a snow squall would actually look like. That's why I'm concerned about the snow squall. That's going to be hitting out here towards Wyoming, Utah, Nevada. I mean, we can see so many snow squall alerts going on out here tomorrow. It's going to be insane. Real insane. Like craziness. And the thing is, if we put this out even further, like, this is our snow squall, right? We're still measuring around 40 miles an hour. Down here in Arizona, we're showing 42, 43. It's a crazy amount. All honesty, this thing is absolutely insane. Like, do you see anything like this every day? Probably not, but oh my gosh. I mean, you see a big fat, like, snow squall? I mean, what do you do during that thing? I mean, the thing is, you might even have to take shelter if it's like super duper bad. Like, lots of snow blowing around. Granted, it's not like rainfall or hail or anything, it's just normal snow falling at a very fast rate and a lot of wind, which could do blizzard conditions. And the thing is, that is actually why we're going to put this out into our normal. Whoops. Yeah, I'm going to put this on into normal stuff. Alright, here we go. So instead of using the European model, we're going to use the HRRR. Yes, the HRRR, as you can see. So, HRRR, this is about the first right around midnight, so that's about now. As you can see, that is our squall line. Let me zoom in. Alright. Let me zoom out a little bit, that way you guys can kind of see the, like, see it up close. Alright. So this is like, this is gonna be right around tomorrow. So the thing is, we have all of our systems, you can see our little bands extending from like California, rain bands, snow bands, whatever it is. The thing is, if we put this into further motion, as you can see, our squall line starts to form once it starts. So this is probably right about now. So right now, this is what's currently happening. Like our snowfall happening out here in California, Idaho, like all that's gonna be happening. The thing is, this is when our snow squall is gonna start forming. Like, this is when it's gonna start forming. It's gonna be right around the second. So this is gonna be like 5 o'clock in the morning, probably. Probably, I think. But if we put this out into even more motion, you can see just our squall line hits like over there in Salt Lake City. In Salt Lake City, Yellowstone. It extends down here in like Nevada, over here. It could possibly go down to Las Vegas. I don't think it'll be long enough to be reaching down here all the way down south. I don't think that's gonna be possible because the thing is, after this time period, after like probably right around the evening hours, this is when this thing is gonna be like lighting up. Like not like lightning, but this is when this thing is gonna shine itself and then it just starts weakening as it goes over mountains and the low pressure system starts getting more organized and everything else. As you can see, it starts getting more organized and that's pretty much when the model ends. And just crazy amounts of snow is be also forming over California as well. So this is something to like be prepared about. Yeah, like I haven't saw anything like this in a while. But next, this is something that I'm gonna look at. And the thing is, let's see. It's European, alright. I'm going to see if we can see thunder snow. Thunder snow. You heard me right. We can see thunder snow. If there's enough joules per kilogram out here, we can see thunder snow. Like, and it sounds crazy. Right now, there's gonna be very little thunder snow. If we put this out in motion, this is about Saturday around 2 a.m. There's our line starting to form. Our snow squall line. Yeah, our snow squall line. As you can see, this is what is starting to form out of our thunder snow. Even we can see up to about a half a joule per kilogram of possible thunder out here in these areas. So it's something to look at. Then, thing is that's looking a lot more interesting is that there's a larger area for a chance of thunder snow out here in like northern Utah, as well as over here towards possibly Nevada for some thunder snow as well. Over here towards like the center because this is when our snow squall line is gonna be coming down. And then here's our next model, or our next, not next model, but like our next thing. The thing is, look at this crazy amount of just snow. I mean, we can see snow, thunder, lightning. Lightning in the snow. I mean, that sounds pretty sick. Yet again, you don't want to be struck by it because you can get frostbite, extreme frostbite. Kind of like when you get struck by lightning. I mean, your hair goes crazy and everything else. But the thing is, with snow lightning, you get hypothermia probably pretty fast. Because it's like the opposite way around of that. And even St. Louis, ooh, my bad. Even Salt Lake City said like 0.01. I mean, there is definitely a chance out here that we can see snow lightning out or snow thunder. And then the thing is, our chance starts diminishing as the time goes on. Over here towards around Saturday around 7 p.m. And then after that, maybe smaller chances out here in Colorado, maybe eastern Utah. And then that's pretty much fine. But like I said, there's some possible chance to see a possible like snow lightning. There's a chance. If we look out here towards, like I was saying, I mean, this is gonna be absolutely crazy. The thing is, this is gonna be our snow squall line right here. Like, this is when it could start forming. It'd be right around 1 p.m. Which means this could be around 10 a.m. Western time. Not Western time, Pacific time. Pacific time or Rocky Mountains time. Rocky Mountains time, this would be about 11 p.m. or a.m. as you can see, just a wild amount of like crazy how all this snow is just gonna form possible lightning snow, blizzard, absolutely crazy blizzard conditions. I mean, this could be the winter storm of the year. It really could be because there really hasn't been any winter storms, really anything at all this year. It's been a pretty boring year for snow. Or all in total, like weather hasn't been really that exciting until just a couple days ago with all the storms out here in like Michigan, Ohio, Midwest, until all that happened. And that's when everything started getting a little more exciting and crazy. I mean, the thing is, there has been some exciting things in the weather world, but just there really hasn't been enough, like, really form anything big. Yeah, there just really hasn't at all. And I mean, so we're to be looking at our radar as of right now. So let me turn that on. Oops. Oh, yeah. There we go. Alright. So our radar has definitely updated. So, thing is, as you can see out here in Idaho, southwestern, northeastern Nevada, we can see some possibles. We are probably seeing snow showers out here as of this current moment of time, as well as out here in California. We can see snow showers, rain showers, whatever kind of shower there could be. So, I mean, things are possibly gonna be really crazy. And I would say a way to stay safe is probably from like a National Weather Service radio, like probably the NOAA radio station, possibly. Because the thing is that they could like make like some crazy things, not crazy things, but like they could tell you like when the storm's gonna be coming and like the snow squall and everything and like when it's gonna start forming. So I'd probably have that like probably tomorrow afternoon as it snows buckets upon buckets upon buckets out here out west. And it's gonna be a very crazy day tomorrow, as well as possibly Sunday. So this winter storm right here, could be the one that can possibly shatter records. And this is honestly possible. That crazy amount. Just snow upon snow upon snow fall. I mean, it's gonna be a crazy day tomorrow. Crazy, crazy, crazy day. And I mean, out here towards Arizona, Utah, Nevada, Wyoming, this is where high winds are going to be going into effect. And that's why we have up all these warnings. Because there's going to be so much high wind, like, reaching these areas. Like, out here in, like, Colorado, I mean, it's going to be absolutely crazy. This thing is, if we look over here, this is in, like, Elko, Nevada area. We can be seeing blizzard warnings, winter storm warnings, and even the winter advisories. And even down here in Nevada, it's just gonna be a crazy amount. And if we look over here towards our watches and warnings, our blizzard warnings, they are currently marked in this orange color in Ely, Calenti. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing these wrong, but Eureka, Nevada could see a winter storm. Along the mountainous ranges of like the blizzard, could see crazy amount of just snowfall and everything. And the thing is, we can see wind advisory hanging out here. I mean, even like National Weather Service is saying it's going to be a strong weekend winter storm. And the thing is, the blizzard warning, the Ruby Mountains, East Humboldt Range, and White Pine County, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. PSAT, or no, my bad, Pacific time zone, Saturday, 3-2. Visibility less than a fourth of a mile. Winds gust up to 70 miles an hour. Like I said, this is gonna be like a snow squall of like, not like in forever, but it's gonna be a crazy amount. Because as you can see, white pine to 5 to 10 inches, but 1 to 2 feet would be Ruby east of Humboldt. And I want to say east of Ruby is like right over here. If you see like below myself where my mouse is showing, that's where it can be. In the winter storm warning, this is where we can see the 55-mile-an-hour wind speeds, wind gust, and 5 to 10 miles an hour, or inches. Hey, winter weather advisories. Oh, sorry. Now, winter advisories, we can see snowfall up to 2 to 7 inches southeast of Elko, 1 inch to 4 inches, wind gust up to 55 miles an hour. And even this, it says strong winds through the weekend, high wind, and a wind advisory. High wind warning, it is going to be up to 75 plus miles an hour. This is going to be with our snow squall type thing. You see, this is right where North Nye County is, wherever that is. And through 10 p.m. Pacific Saturday, 3-2. So this is tomorrow. Gusty southwest winds of 35 to 45 mile per hour wind speeds, or wind gust, up to 75 miles an hour. But our southwest normal winds are going to be 35 to 45. And then wind advisories, it's going to be through tonight. So this is currently happening right now into, excuse me, through 10 p.m. Pacific time zone to Friday. 3-1. Gusty southwest winds of 25 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts, being up to 60 miles per hour possible. So this is like a severe thunderstorm, only notices with winter weather. The thing is, we can see pretty low wind chills. And then thing is for like winter safety tips. So let's see. You guys see this? All right. So according to this, so if you want to prepare for tomorrow's storm, I'm saying you want to prepare your car for emergencies. Check for your car's antifreeze levels, battery and ignition system, brakes, exhaust system, fuel and air filters, as well as heater and defroster oil, headlights and hazard lights, thermostat, windshield wipers, and fluids. So I would really check that tonight to like make sure like you're all ready for this full-on winter storm. And pack the emergency supply kit just in case you get into a crash on like the road and you're stuck stranded out there. And pack a cell phone charger, a first aid kit, jumper cables, spare tire, flares, full tank of gas, sand or kitty litter because it could maybe get your car out of like this situation, I guess. And then a tow rope, blankets, oh, sorry. Snow shovel and brush, flashlight, extra winter clothing, and water and snacks. And plan by checking the weather forecast and like road conditions before you go out and about. And even I would say just stay home, please, because the thing is, if you go out there, like you can possibly be stranded out there for hours and hours and hours. And the thing is, just stay home, please. Because thing is, if you go out there, and it's just gonna put more stress onto like the first responders and everyone else out there. Just don't put your life through that risk. And just stay home and relax, and just like watch TV or something. Or even if the power goes out, just watch a storm come by. Or just because I'm sure this thing is gonna look pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, pretty cool, but yet it could be devastating as well because our winds can be super high, like real high. So I mean, it's something to really think about. But anyways, we are gonna be looking at our things once again. I'll say our big one is gonna be out here in California. So the thing is, out here towards like this is where our probability of thunderstorms could be possible. So we can see like severe weather maybe with 15 to 35% probability of thunderstorms through Saturday, March 2nd, 2024. Most likely time frame it could be Friday afternoon to Saturday afternoon. So that could be just right about now. Impacts could be small hail, lightning, heavy rain, and gusty winds. So that is all on the line to possibly happen. And then for all of our warnings that are happening out here in California, we have blizzard warnings, winter storm warnings, high wind warnings, avalanche warnings, gale warnings, winter advisory, winter weather advisories, high surf advisory, small craft advisory, hazardous seas warning, wind advisory, special weather statement, marine weather statement, and short-term forecast. Whatever that means. I mean, it's probably just predicting like the weather. So now, our snow totals. And you can see danger. Oh, I can't speak. Danger, dangerous travel with excessive delays. This is absolutely correct. This thing is, you can see a lot of delays on like the whole road system, like 50 inches to 78. And this is from the National Weather Service. Like some areas are showing up to 100 plus inches, which is absolutely wild. And the thing is, the significant reduction in visibility with whiteout conditions at times. I don't think it's at times. I think it's be almost the whole time. This thing is like I said, there's going to be like snow squall that could be happening for at least about an hour in your area before it starts calming down and everything else. But it's still going to snow afterwards as well, at least for a little bit. But it's still going to snow during that time. And down trees, tree branches, and power outages are also on the line. And snow levels of 3,000 and 5,000 lowering to 10,000 to 2,000 Saturday and Sunday. So I'm guessing that's all that snow totals because that could be an avalanche. There could be a lot of avalanches out here, unfortunately, unfolding. This is just precipitation. It's very minor, so I don't really worry about it. Our blizzards. Our timing is to be Thursday, early Sunday, March 3rd, 2024. Blizzard conditions through Saturday. So this is going to happen during that time. Forecast is going to be 5 to 10 feet above 5,000 feet and 1 to 4 feet above 3,000. And then later accumulations down 2,000 feet. Wind gust up to 75-mile-an-hour wind gust. Like, this is pretty insane stuff. So, I want to say just be careful outside, please. Like, seriously. Like, even with these blizzard conditions, your impacts could be very high with extremely difficult to impossible travel. Whiteout conditions and near zero visibility, excessive travel delays, and chain controls or closures are likely. Like, I would say most of these storms are going to likely happen with this, like, squall line looking thing. This thing is, we can possibly see a snow squall. And the thing is, the road closures are definitely going to be likely. Down trees, tree branches with this much amount of wind. We can see lots of down trees. Power outages are probably, possibly, most likely gonna be happening, and traveling is highly discouraged because you do not want to go out here in this big snowstorm at all. This is too dangerous. The thing is, it's honestly unfortunate, like how this thing could possibly go. Because the thing is, it's just a crazy amount of snow just in this whole area. Mm. Yeah, just crazy amount of snowfall and lots of warnings happening out here out west. So I'm saying if you're out west, just be careful tomorrow and like just don't drive because the thing is that you don't want to put your life on the line and like just going and who knows you can get in a crash in like 20 inches of snow. I mean, easily. And the people that plow can't keep up and everything. And put more stress on the first responders. So it's highly discouraged that you do not go out and about tomorrow. So I'd be very careful tomorrow. Just make sure you guys stay home. And the thing is, we're probably gonna go over the forecasting one more time, as well as the forecasting, the wind. I would say we're gonna check out the wind, forecast that out one more time, and then that will be for tonight's outlook. And then we'll probably go live probably tomorrow. I don't know what time, but I'll probably be going live when the snow squall is gonna be happening. Maybe at some point, I don't know when, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, we are gonna be looking at our crazy storm over here. And when I say it's crazy, it's gonna be crazy. Oh man. Oh, excuse me. Anyways, we here we go. So this is gonna be our storm. This is how it's gonna play out. So right now, our winds are looking pretty calm, around 20 some miles an hour. Things are looking normal. Wind speeds up to 26. They keep on getting higher and higher, and then the snow squall like comes into play, and like it can bring up to like possibly up to 50 mile an hour normal winds. And that is very dangerous conditions to drive in and everything else. So, I mean, I would just be careful tomorrow and everything else. I'm saying, I haven't checked this yet, but for the temperature, thing is, most of these temperatures, they're going to be in the 20s. Yeah, in the 20s. The thing is, like, you can possibly get frostbite out of, like, just not sitting in snow, but, like, it's gonna be so windy that the wind chills could be in, like, single digits, even the negatives, if possible. So, I mean, it is very dangerous to, like, go driving out here, especially -5 up here in central Idaho. I mean, that is crazy. And this is March. You would think, oh, it'd be nice and warm. Oh, yeah, this is good. But instead, it's still snowing out here. It's just a wild amount of snow. Oh, man. Excuse me. Just a wild amount of snow. And temperatures are going to be pretty cold. With down to -15 up here in Idaho. And with wind chills getting super cold. This is normal temperature. So if our winds are gonna be like we didn't see -30, 40 wind chills, if it's possible, up here in Idaho. But the thing is, we look down here towards the south, towards Nevada, Utah. This is when our snow squalls gonna come into play with 70-mile-an-hour wind speeds. It's gonna be looking pretty interesting out here. And the thing is, I'd just be extra cautious out here. Yes, absolutely. Just stay safe tomorrow. And yeah, stay safe out there, everyone. And pretty much yeah. Uh yeah, stay safe out there. Make sure you guys prepare for like bring a med kit with you or something. Not like a med kit, but like yeah, first aid bandages, just in case you get into a crash of like the winter storm or whatever. As well as like bring blankets. That way it keeps yourself warm, food, water, and just if you have to go out and about. But if you stay home, just stay home. If you don't need to go out and about, just stay home. So I mean, like I said, just stay safe out there, guys. And that is pretty much what is going to be finishing up tonight. Yep, that is what is going to be finishing up tonight. So I mean, anyways, guys, thank you for watching the live stream tonight. It's going pretty good. Um, so I mean, like I was saying, this is what's gonna finish out for tonight. The winter storm. Just be careful out there tomorrow. Winds are gonna be very high. Snow squalls. Um, are pretty much possible. Thunder snow possibly. Ooh, that's a positive. Kinda, not really. I don't know, it just depends how you look at it. It seems pretty exciting and rare at the same time, so that'd be pretty cool to see. And I mean, all honesty, I mean, it seems pretty cool. So, I mean, it's gonna be pretty cool, all honesty, to see like snow lightning and everything else. So, I mean, yeah. Um, Anyways, guys, it was nice going live tonight. I'll probably go live tomorrow night at some point. We'll have to see what happens. We will have to see what happens, and yep, just see what happens. Hope you guys are gonna be staying safe out there tomorrow. Um, just be careful out there tomorrow because it's gonna be pretty dangerous out there. And yeah. So, anyways, guys, thank you for watching. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Bye, guys. Have a good evening and stay safe out there tonight and tomorrow. Yep. Alright. See you guys. Bye.